This first section is all about fractions, and our first goal is that we need to understand what it is that a fraction represents. So we're going to start off with a couple of large vocabulary words. This bar is representing our fraction bar. The number that's on the top is called the numerator, and the number on the bottom is called the denominator. Move my hand so you can see how those are spelled. And what they represent, that bottom number, the denominator, is representing the number of pieces that each whole is cut into. So the number of pieces that each whole is cut into. The numerator tells us how many of those pieces, the number of pieces that are still there, that are present. So when I think about fractions, the first thing I think of is pizza. So if we look at a pizza and think about fractions in terms of pizza, right now we have a whole pizza. But if I take that pizza and I cut it in half, I still have a whole pizza, it's just been cut into two pieces. So we would represent that as this one, uncut, is just a whole pizza, otherwise known as one pizza. This one here is also still a whole pizza, but we've taken the whole pizza and we've cut it into two slices. Okay. If I take my pizza again and cut it, now it's become a personal pan pizza. It is still a whole pizza, but now I've got it cut into 4 slices. So each one of those is a fraction. But all of this talking about pizza is making me kind of hungry. So I think I'm going to eat half of this pizza. Not really, because it's paper, and that would be gross. But now, if I only have a half of a pizza, that means I took my whole, I cut it into 2 pieces. That's my number on the bottom. My number on the top is that I have one of those pieces still present. The other one I ate. That same pizza, half of a pizza cut into 2 pieces, would be 4 pieces in the original pizza, only 2 of them still present. And if I wanted to get really fancy, I could cut this pizza into 6 slices. If I still had only the half of it left, here's my pizza. I'm cutting it into 6, or even the remaining half into 6 pieces. I have 6 pieces left out of a 12-slice pizza. So we have a couple more vocabulary words that go with this. We call these fractions equivalent I can't spell equivalent, there we go, equivalent fractions, or they're also known as like fractions. Because even though the numbers we're using to represent them are different, they all represent the same amount of stuff, the same number, the same amount of pizza. The other thing I want to talk about before we move on to the next section is how we get from one of the to the other of these. This is considered to be a fraction that is not fully reduced because there is a way to represent 6 out of 12 slices of pizza using fewer cuts. So these are all equivalent fractions. This fraction is in higher terms, and this fraction is reduced to lowest terms. So we've taken the amount of pizza that we have and left it in as large a piece as is possible out of the original whole.